This is Cheryl Johnson for Art Lessons Now, and this is our master art class. I'm going to be demonstrating how to paint this painting, which is a mixed media painting, primarily finished off with heavy oils, a lot of texture, and I'll be sharing with you the process of painting all the way through, from starting the canvas, what paint I use, the application, techniques throughout, and I'll actually demonstrate step by step how I did this process. You have to explore the power of color, the power of values, of darks and lights, and how putting a light color can draw your eye around the canvas. You can explore how you can change values and move your eye, or how you can change the direction of a stroke, or add counterpoint and cause elements to make your eye move across the canvas. I also like using diagonals and repeated shapes, from larger to smaller shapes. And I like to show differences. So as you're going through, think about your composition and then think about how you want to explore your passions. Just have fun. Paint. You can always cover it up. You'll notice as I begin, I do a lot of underpainting, helping me to get my energy going and to enable me to create multiple layers that I can see through the forest. As I said, this series is on climate change because I want you to be aware of our beautiful forests and to preserve them and to also explore them. It's difficult during this COVID time, but if you have a chance to get out in the woods and walk around, it'll really help your energy and your psyche. So I hope you enjoy this, and remember, pursue your passion and have more joy every day. I use a variety of media or mediums, from oil paint to acrylics to oil pastel to latex, and I use also brushes, palette knives, and many different colors that I custom blend for latex paints. I love latex paints. You might give it a try. I also enjoy texture and will use different mediums, from impasto to paste. I begin by simply doing an area of color that I actually use a paint roller to go across the canvas. I guess I'm a kind of impatient painter, and I like to see the results right away. Here I've mixed blue with some medium, and I'm simply putting it on with a palette knife. I really love vibrant colors and enjoy mixing colors across the canvas, and I will continue to add different shades of color. In this area, I added yellow ochre to be a lighter area across the top of the canvas. Okay, now I've taken a 1/2-inch flat brush and I've put some blue and some red paint on the canvas. And what I'm doing here is just envisioning how the light would come through the branches, that you'd have different pieces of light coming through, and you'd be able to put those in small dabs of color. Now, if you think about trees and the way the light comes through the leaves, and how back behind you have the sky, you want to create that element, and you can either paint the blue of the sky or you can paint the limbs. Okay, notice the color I just mixed, the yellow and the blue, and it looks sort of green, but when you look at it in black and white, it looks gray and becomes a flat value tone. This can really help you as you start to paint across the canvas and help you look for darks and lights and middle tones. I want you to notice that in a forest, the darks are towards the ground and they come forward. The verticals of the trees, or the abstract trees that you're creating, add the perspective. So I just simply continue painting and adding color, lights and darks. I tend to put my lights across the top of the canvas, and I'll build up many different layers, and then I'll put my darks towards the bottom. Now that I've built up a really nice surface of colors across the canvas, I now plan to move to the next phase, which is to add oil paints. I have to let this area dry, and it's going to take several days because I've been working with acrylics and latex and different mediums, and the surface is rather thick. So I'll just let this dry, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to start mixing my oil paints to add texture and bright colors to the surface. The second half of the painting will be painting in oil paints. So I'll be switching from water-based paints, which is acrylics and latex, to oil. Now it's really important to let time pass before you try to start painting in oil. So I'm going to just set back. I'm going to turn this into a black and white, and then I'm going to think about what I want to do next. How is your garden growing? Mine is doing wonderfully. Now that I have this green turquoise on here, I'm going to add a little bit of green, and I'm now going to go to my green colors since I have it all mixed. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some more green and add a little bit more Galcid to this, because if I didn't and I put this paint on completely straight, just straight paint, it would take forever to dry. So, and now the final, I think I'm going to add some Prussian blue, and I'm going to get some white, if I can find my white. Darks over here. People love color in their homes. So I don't particularly paint for interior design and decorating, but I am very aware that interior designers and decorators will like color that they can mix into their home. So I've been asked by many designers and interior decorators, and I've been commissioned to create work for a specific color scheme. So don't be insulted by that. Be complimented. Well, this has been a glorious secret forest day inspired by the backyard, and I have really enjoyed layering, and it's really helped my emotions. I was kind of stressed and I just needed to let things out. So hidden feelings are beneath, happy feelings, sad feelings, they're all underneath here. But I got all those emotions out, and it's such a great feeling. There's so much power in painting. I encourage you to try. Get a canvas and just lay some color down. If you don't like it, cover it up. This certainly has been a wonderful day. I am going to leave you with this thought. Take care of yourself and pursue your passions and have more joy every day. This is Cheryl Johnson for Art Lessons Now, and this is our Master Art Class. Now I'm going to pan around the painting so that you can see the detail and appreciate all the values, the different shades of color, and really get a close-up look so that you can see the technique and perhaps emulate some of the things I've shared with you in your painting. Please enjoy.